other par five. I had nearly sunk like a 25 footer, but like it like went in and then hopped out and
What?
just like landed like 5 inches away from the hole, and I was just like,
It went in and then came out?
yeah, I think it was because that course that they're doing, I think they must have been doing it since like last year because of COVID and shit. They have like
Is it?
this much of a pool noodle
Yeah, it came
sitting
out.
at the
Oh
bottom
well,
of
then
it,
you
and it,
count that. COVID rules.
well, probably, but
That's how we do it. We count it if it drops down enough, or if like for example, when the flag stick is in, and if it's the
yeah,
wind is blowing and the flag stick
yeah,
bounces it off, we're like COVID rules that would have been in.
yeah. Yeah, no, like it literally because I watched it. It was rolling and it was sucked because I had to be super quiet because there was randomly a wedding going on next to the final green. There was literally it was mid
Son of
ceremony
a
as we were
bitch!
it was mid ceremony as we were coming up and I literally was just like sup like anyway, hi guys.
Here we are. Welcome back, everybody, to the Fifth Line
We're getting so
Podcast.
good at this, eh?
Here we go. The time is upon us for playoff
It
hockey.
is.
Yeah.
This is the
It's
least
back.
excited I've been for playoff hockey that the Habs have been in a very long
Yes.
time. But
Yes.
anyway, well, I'll save that.
Yes. So I would like to start off with a question. I'm sure you guys both got the notification, but who scored the first goal of the 2021 playoffs? Of all the friggin' people to
Oh yeah, Tom
do it,
Wills.
it was Tom
And it was
Tom
Wilson.
Wilson.
And it was like a nice
Gross.
goal too. It was a nice goal. It was like far side top corner over the
Yep.
shoulder. Classic.
He's sadly kind of good at the hockey.
Yep. He's good, but he still chooses to be a dick.
Yeah.
So that's upsetting. But yeah, I'm not sure how that game's going. 2-2 end of the second.
2-2 and the
Yep.
second. Interesting. I feel like that's gonna be tight the whole way, that
Yeah.
series, but
I think so too. But let's roll into it here. Ben,
yeah.
how are we feeling about the old toilet seats chances?
I mean, I don't know. My bracket mindset is going to be a lot different than this whole my feeling on the Habs mindset because bracket I kind of just said fuck it.
Yeah, you always do that.
Yeah, but with the Habs, there's aspects that I'm trying to like hype myself up of like things that could be good. Like, okay, they're getting a week of rest, or I mean, like they're doing practices, but like they're
Mhm.
getting a week off between games in a time where they desperately needed it when they had that crunch after their week and a half-ish long COVID break. They've had like a crazy they've basically been doing 4 games a week for like 9 weeks in a row now, something like that.
Mhm.
Like the never having any time off. So okay, they're finally gonna get second, and they were injured to hell right before they got into this break. So they're finally gonna get some guys back. And the biggest piece is they're getting Brendan Gallagher back.
Yep.
Their record with him in the lineup is just so much better than it is without him in there. And they're also going to be getting back Phil Deneau, who, along with Gallagher and Tatar, is their basically de facto top line over the last few years. They're one of the best even strength lines in the NHL over the last few years. They like statistically are like possession wise, all that jazz. If they can come back and be fine, their goal is going to be to shut down Matthews, and they've done it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
That Matthews also is looking better than he has ever looked. Oh, you know.
Yep.
The Carey Price we're going to be getting back right now.
Is he going to be starting though?
It's looking like we don't know who's going to be starting game one.
Interesting.
It would not shock me if this series starts as a Jake Allen, Jack Campbell matchup, which at the beginning of the year, if you had said
That's so weird. That's so weird.
Like, and I will say, Jake Allen has done nothing but pleasantly surprise me all year. Like his stats, I think his final stat line was a 907, which sounds bad, I will admit, But if you had watched the Habs teams that had played in front of him, you'd understand
Yeah.
why it's 907.
Yeah.
And he's also been playing crazy amounts of games in like no time, because in most of that compressed schedule they also did not have Carey Price for most of it because he was injured with some knee thing for a game and then immediately was down again with a concussion. It's basically been Jake Allen, except for I think they got Caden Primo into 3 games. He won one of them. The other 2 we don't really want to talk about because they weren't good. No, there was 3 other ones that weren't good. I'm gonna just cut it short and say I don't love the Habs' chances, but playoff hockey is also goofy, and I said all of these same things before that series against Pittsburgh last year.
True.
If there's anything I will give a lot of the players on this Habs team is they seem to figure out ways to do it when they have to, like in like playoff game situations like this, like
Okay.
and if it's against a team that has not ever done that when they had to.
That's true. That's true.
The goofy
that's
like playoff situations is like just trying to make me think they might have a chance when the more realistic part of me is thinking but I don't know. I got until Thursday before games can be played. I'm not going to get too worked up about it yet.
All right. Thursday. Dang. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess so.
Thursday.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Eric, that's what do you think about old Benny's feelings?
What
do you think about this Habs team?
I'm gonna be all right. Before I get into the Islanders are like the eastern version of the Montreal Canadiens. I know.
Are they?
They're both east.
Shit, the Habs are better than I thought. No.
Well, no, I'll go into that. But
They're
yeah,
they're the Habs in the East, Ben.
yes, literally.
True.
East.
Yeah.
But
East is a bit stronger.
but yeah, I don't know, but I think the biggest thing for me is your guys on Montreal who need to stepping up. Like you had a Jeff Petrie last year step up.
He's got to do it again.
So
He's got to do it again.
He is the guy that is going. If the Habs are gonna do anything,
Yeah.
he's gonna have to just be a beast.
Habs
He is.
defensemen need to step up. Are they playing Romanov, the kid?
They are. I don't really want to talk about the Habs defense.
Okay, well, see, that's what I want to talk about because that's what they need to do something. Because again, like you said, Jake Allen, his numbers doesn't matter what. Like Jake Allen's been the fact that the Habs are in the playoffs and he has a 907.
Yeah,
like,
it's huge.
He's doing something right, even though the numbers don't.
Because if they hadn't gotten him, their de facto backup would have.
Who would have played most of the season?
Primo,
Charlie Lindgren.
Oh,
solid.
Who I still think is a more solid option at NHL than Caden Primo is at this point in time, just because Caden's just not there. He needs more AHL time, which goalies often do. And Lindgren has at least shown that he can win games in the NHL. He's not awesome at it, but he can do it sometimes. And I think that's and just with the way Caden Primo's confidence is right now, if it comes to that, I don't think Primo's the answer.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, I think the Habs, they're that underdog team, like you said, that like just sometimes knows how to get it done. And I think if any doubt creeps into Toronto, this is the big thing for me. All the veteran guys that they're getting, obviously for like the skill set they bring, but also the experience. I think that's going to be the difference maker. I really do. I think if Montreal is able to like break Toronto by like, I don't know, stealing games in Toronto or something. I mean, like
this is going to sound rather obvious, but if the Habs take game 1, it would be huge. Taking game 1 is always huge. I
see what you're saying.
But like,
especially
if
against
they
Toronto.
can come in and like even like maybe just play a really strong game and like dominate them in a game, which is a lot to ask. If they can do some kind of showing like that, which I think Toronto is a team with the core that's had that happen so many times in the playoffs. Like oh, again? Are we doing this again?
Here's the thing though, and like And like that's the thing. I kind of want an entertaining series because I want to see like if Toronto's going to do anything, they're going to face adversity and they're going to step up and they're finally going to do something about it. And then that's when like
Hopefully
if I
not,
see
but
that, then well, I know, yeah, hopefully not for you. But if they do that, then like I'll be like, holy shit, like okay, they're for real. They're for real. Again, everything on paper, everything for the past few years has said Toronto is for real. The only thing that hasn't is
their
year after year. Their playoff, the actual
their
playoff
performances.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's weird for me, Ben, because I always I have a soft spot for the Habs because of you. So
I don't.
thanks.
I will
I
be.
have a hard
I'll
spot
be
for the Habs. Wait,
Yeah,
that
I
doesn't
know,
sound good.
Mike's
That
the-
doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good.
but no, but yeah. So I'll be again. I'll be going for him because they're like.
I mean, he's outside the division, Mike. He like there's not as many implications playoff wise. Like it's harder to hate, I think. Because
Yeah,
like Habs
yeah.
Lightning come against each other all the time.
Yeah, the Habs like
Yeah.
the Islanders and Canadians, like Canadian teams. Are,
Like they play each other a decent amount because they're
Eh.
Eastern Conference, but like it's
Yeah,
always
it's not
just
that
kind of
much.
like, oh yeah, hey.
Yeah, like yeah, that's why UP when I skated up to UP with my Islanders jersey,
He's just,
kind of
just like, yeah,
he was just like
yeah.
That bastard.
yeah, he was more confused. He was kind of like, why are you
What are
wearing
you doing
that?
here?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I don't know. My entire life of watching the Habs, anytime they have playoff success, it's them being the lower seed and just
Yeah.
pulling some shit off. So I mean, I guess
They can
if
do it
I'm
again.
going, if I can look at it like that, I'm just trying to think of all the ways to like put off the very obvious fact that they're outmatched. Like it's not good.
They're outmatched.
It's,
They're
it's not
outmatched.
it's
They are,
not
by quite a
good
bit.
by
By
any
quite a bit.
means.
Yeah.
But who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
Anyway.
let's hear about your Isles, Eric. Your Isles.
Oh
Oh
god.
dear. Oh dear.
I just dude. All right. So the reason I said all right, Ben, I can relate to you because again, my life like when the Islanders are in the playoffs, I don't expect them to be like a number one seed. I expect them to get in and then
Mhm.
maybe do some damage, and then like if they get some momentum, I obviously will be cheering for them all the way. But I just those I didn't get to talk about it on the podcast, but the stretch of the last games of the Islanders season, they dropped 2 to Buffalo, and then two to New Jersey. I think they got a point. I don't know if they lost 2 in a row to
That's
New
not a
Jersey.
great 4 games.
Here, let me
No,
tell you
it's
how their
not.
let me tell you how their
Ooh.
last
Yeah,
10
it's
went.
absolutely terrible.
3, 4, and 3 in their last
Oh
10.
my god, terrible. And you look at the teams on that, and like a part of me is obviously like those games, like they were in the playoffs by that point. Do those games really matter much? And then part of me is like, oh my god, you guys can't beat the Devils and the Sabres. Like, oh, gee. And
Not
like,
great.
granted, they've had Trotz has been scratching people to rest them. So like Barzell missed a few of those games. Martin missed a few of those games. Like there was never any consistency with like the Islanders' fourth line. This is Egas, Clutterbuck, Martin line. Things were shifting around a lot. Varlamov kind of tweaked something in the last game too.
Ooh.
He's going to be healthy and ready to go for playoffs, which is good. But yeah, just all these little things are happening, and it's just like I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good because
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is so strong right now. The only thing I will say is it's Barry Trotz, and it is the Islanders who always get underestimated. People always underestimate them. So
That is true.
I think I need to see the Islanders play. Like it's one of those things.
Yeah.
How they come out in game one will determine how that series goes.
True.
Because I know how Pittsburgh is going to come out in game one. They have freaking Sidney Crosby. They have 2 backup goalies who are now 2 starting goalies for some reason. So
yeah.
yeah, the Islanders are. It's just Anders Lee, man. I can't believe it. I missed that guy. I wanted to come back.
I
Yeah.
missed that guy.
I missed that guy.
That's what I've been like with Brendan fucking Gallagher
Yep.
the last
Yep.
month and a half.
So, but yeah, I mean, I focus on the negatives a lot. I think the positives, I don't know, the Islanders and the Penguins. I know the Penguins kind of had the Islanders number this season, but that is kind of a rivalry. And I think if the Islanders can be physical against the Penguins, they can, they can do some damage.
Yeah.
And back to Trotz too. Sullivan's a great coach, but Trotz was the coach of the Washington team that finally beat Pittsburgh. So
True.
Trotz, yeah.
True.
So maybe Trotz can. Obviously, the positive is just Barry Trotz. Anyone would take Barry Trotz as their coach, but
That's very true.
yeah, I hope if anyone could get that ragtag group of can't shoot the puck at the net, makes passes on 2-on-1s when they should be shooting it, team,
That sounds like
get them
delighting.
past the penguin. Yeah. But yeah, so Ben, just like you, my entire life watching the Islanders, they squeak into the playoffs. Sometimes they do some damage. Sometimes they just get knocked out by a stronger team. We'll see what happens. I'm happy. I've had 3 consecutive years of playoff hockey. That's never
Right.
happened to me
Which,
before.
as of lately, this Islanders team, which has largely stayed the same, has every time they've made the playoffs been able to do some damage. And I honestly still have faith in them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not that worried. You'll see when we talk about brackets, but
Yes.
I'm not as worried about the Islanders.
Interesting.
I think they're going to be okay.
Okay.
I'm very worried. They've
you-
sucked ass at the end of the
They
season
have.
here. I'll
They're
be
gonna be
honest.
fine.
I'm sure there's reasons for that, but that's not something you want to do. Is go in cold
No.
especially against the friggin' Penguins.
Are they the Penguins? Are they the hottest team in the NHL right now? I think they might be.
What is their last?
They're
Maybe
perfect.
Florida. Maybe
They are
Florida.
tied with Florida for they're tied with Florida and Colorado for the best record, and Edmonton
Like
for the best record in the last 10. 8-2-0.
Come the Islanders
so
are like Sabres.
They're pretty freaking hot.
The Islanders got beat by a goalie who had like one of those inspirational stories, but now
Yeah.
he's like an
Yeah.
AHL goalie, and then
That
they
was
got beat
pretty
by
awesome.
Mackenzie Blackwood. Like, what's happening?
Well, at least Blackwood is good, and he will be a star one day.
Yeah, he
That
appears
is
to
true.
actually be a pretty good
Yeah, that is
goalie.
true. Oh, last thing I want to say about the Islanders too. Travis Zajac and Kyle Palmieri, please show up in the
Ooh,
playoffs.
they have to show up.
Because there was so much hype around the two of those players at the
Have they not been doing much?
No. I mean, Kyle Palmieri, he's good at growing a beard very quickly. So, like,
But
maybe
now
if
he
the
plays
Islanders-
for Lou. You can't grow
Are they
the
allowing
beard.
him to? Did they
For
allow
playoffs,
Or I
yeah,
think
for
they,
playoffs.
they
For
usually
playoffs.
let him in
Thank goodness.
playoffs.
Thank
yeah.
goodness.
If the Islanders want peak
They'll
Kyle
fucking lose.
Palmieri, they got to get past that first round and let that beard get real bushy.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of that,
I think that's when all the goals will come back.
speaking of that, you can sort of see. I got mine
Oh,
coming in.
Did you
Oh,
just
got
do like
some-
did you do a reset before the playoffs? And then...
Last time I shaved on Wednesday night, I think.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah. So sort of, but yeah, there it is.
I'm not
See
shaving
how
mine
it
off.
gets. Yeah, I know. You should have saved that reset from whenever that was. Should have saved that for
I could have.
playoff time.
I wasn't so sure the Habs were making the playoffs.
True.
That's fair.
True that. Okay. So the Lightning.
How you feeling about them?
They're okay. No, they see,
You'd like
so
to have your team and then be like, oh, they're okay.
well,
yeah,
so
fuck you.
okay, so they're 6-3-1 in the last 10, which is pretty solid, but they're rocking in on a 3-game losing streak, two of the last two coming to Florida.
Yeah.
Florida does seem to be pretty good against them this
Yeah.
year.
They're good. I will say the last 2 games they've been Hedmanless, McDonough's.
Oh, right. They've been sitting people, right?
They didn't really sit anyone. Hedman they sat probably in McDonough, but like Point was there, but no, they were pretty strapped in that last game at least. But man, it wasn't good. It was 4-0 in the last game.
Yeah.
I feel pretty optimistic because it is the Lightning. They've been here before. They're getting Stamkos, Kucherov, Hedman, McDonough. They're getting all their stars back. So I think they'll be okay. I think it's going to be probably the toughest series that they've had in a very long time. Because I mean, last season nobody even challenged them.
Yeah, that was
The Islanders were the toughest challenge they had, and it was still 4-2.
They beat them 4-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean and they're basically icing the same team from last year. So as long as they can get everything working together, it'll take Kucherov a little bit to get back up to game speed.
Right.
And probably Stamkos too, but hopefully that won't take too long. And hopefully that's going to lead to a freaking power play that freaking works.
Oh,
Because
is their power
when
play
those
been
two aren't there, the power
struggling?
play is not. It's not elite like it normally is. Because nobody wants to shoot the damn puck. Apparently, pass it around. Whatever. But yeah, so I feel okay. I think they'll do all right. And I mean, let's not waste any more time.
Are you feeling another cup run coming though?
I think I don't know. It's possible.
Can I be honest here, Mike? Can
Yeah,
I be
let's hear it,
honest?
let's hear it.
I think the big thing for Tampa, it's one of those things. I want to see how they play with Stammer and Cooch back. Like
I want to see
just wanna
Kucherov on
them
the ice.
play.
God damn it!
Like that's what I mean. I want to see how they play because again, like it's so hard to predict how Tampa is going to play in the playoffs when the team that we watched those 2 games before the end of the season is totally different from what the game 1 lineup is going to be. So it's one of those things, and it's Tampa Bay. Like so, I have faith in them. I do think it's going to be huge to get past. If Tampa gets past this Florida team, I think they could reach the Stanley Cup.
Keep her
Finals.
going.
Yeah, I
Hopefully.
definitely think they do.
Hopefully, I'm banking, or I'm hoping that the experience from Tampa can help them get past Florida, because Florida is very inexperienced when it comes to this stuff. But a quick side note, actually, I don't know if you guys saw, but the Lightning started an all African American, or actually not American, an all how do you say it? African Canadian?
All black line.
An all black starting forward lineup. It was pretty cool. They had Matthew Joseph, Jamel Smith, and Walcott. Sam Walcott. I can't remember his first name, but yeah, it was pretty cool to see. And then they all, I think every single one of them got into a fight at some point during the game. So,
Damn, it was a rough game, eh?
Yeah.
It's Florida, dude. It's mean.
You've been saying
mean in
the
Florida.
games against Florida have been really
It's been
chippy this year, right?
chippy and yeah. It's been
and now you get a whole series.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough freaking series, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to the meat of the podcast, gentlemen.
Do we want to do this? Do we want to go series for the first round? Series by series.
I want to go. I want to go division by division until we're at the get to the division winner, and then we'll move on to the next person. We'll do the same division winner. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. Let's do it. Who wants to start off? Who wants to start off, and where do we want to start off? Do we want to start in the West?
How about Mike? You start us in the West.
All right. Okay. I shall start us in the West. Okay. So we've got Colorado and St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this one's easy.
We've got Colorado. And then we've got St. Louis, which is, let me look.
What is the point disparity on that for final
St. Louis, almost they are 19 points ahead of St. Louis in the standings.
I mean, regular season standings mean nothing, and St. Louis
means a little more this year.
Just win a cup 2 years ago.
They did, but it was on the back of a much better Jordan Binnington. And
he seems to have been figuring shit out the last little bit.
Has
but
he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still not awesome.
Yeah. What I'm gonna say is that regular season doesn't mean anything, but in this season it sort of does, because they only played each other.
Yeah.
But I have Colorado because they're insane. And then Vegas, Minnesota. That's gonna be a fun one to watch.
I think so. Because Minnesota's played them really well this year.
Have they? Okay.
Yes, I think it's like 5-2-1. Minnesota has a good record.
Well, maybe I made the wrong
something
choice.
Stupid like that.
I chose Vegas because I think Vegas has been.
I think that's still a good choice, but
there's no bad choice here, really.
No.
I chose Vegas because
West playoffs is gonna be fun.
I think Vegas. They've basically been in this situation. They've been in this situation every year.
They're a good team.
Yeah, they've been in the playoffs every year, so they've never missed
the whole
it.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, so I choose Vegas for that, and then so I have Colorado, Vegas in the final, and I think Vegas is gonna pull out that one.
So you think Vegas is gonna be the team coming out of the West?
I think Vegas will be the team coming out of the West, because I think Colorado. I think because history repeats itself, I think they're gonna have some injury problems.
Interesting.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
But yep, that's me. That's me.
Eric, how about your West?
My West. So Colorado, St. Louis. I'm in the same Colorado boat. And I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of biased because I love Colorado's like one of my favorite teams to watch. And I love Mac, love Cal McCarr. And I want Grubauer. That poor guy. I just want him to stay healthy. He's so good when he's healthy. And
He is, yeah.
yeah, and I just think I don't know. St. Louis does play Colorado well, but I just think playoff Colorado, if they can get it going, they're gonna be tough to beat, like really tough to beat. And then Vegas, Minnesota. So if you a week ago, I probably would have picked Minnesota, but I think I don't know. I'm kind of torn because both goaltenders for Vegas are much more consistent and have been much more consistent this year than Talbot and who's the backup for Minnesota, who hasn't done that poorly, but he's just been kind of eh.
Who is the backup?
Kakkonen?
Yeah, no,
Is
I
that-
feel like from what I've heard, he's actually had a really good year.
Capo
Yeah, no,
Kakkonen?
no,
Is that
Kakkonen.
it?
Yeah, he's had a good year, but I don't know in the playoffs. I don't
Is
know.
he a young gun?
Yeah, he's a young gun.
Yes, I mean 24. That's pretty young for a goalie because
Yeah.
goalies don't usually sort of. I mean, sometimes they do, but they don't usually really get goal. 25, 26.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't know. They just seemed a little bit cold in the last few games of the season.
He had a 16-8 record, but he had a 902 save percentage. So
yeah. So all right, but yeah, I
Good
don't know.
game.
That's all right.
Yeah, I have more faith in Vegas's goaltending and
Yeah.
the playoff experience.
Vegas
yeah.
goaltending is very good.
Yeah, and I just think Vegas, the playoff experience, right? Like if you look, I mean, obviously Vegas has been to the playoffs every year of their existence.
Yeah.
And
That's what
usually done pretty well in it.
And and I think that like adding like Pietrangelo has been heating up in the past, like the last half of the season. I just think that the depth guys they got, like that, everything is built for Vegas to be a wagon. So
Yep.
They're my
That's
pick
what they
over
are.
Minnesota.
Wagon.
In your Vegas Colorado matchup, who do you got?
I have Colorado.
Interesting.
And I have Colorado because they're so tough to. That could go either way. But
yeah.
and I think
gonna
like
be.
you said, I think like you said, Mike, like it comes down to people staying healthy, and I just feel like healthy Colorado is.
They are the President's Trophy winner.
Yeah, it's just gonna be tough to beat, and I think they could. I think they could squeak it out.
What is?
So
I wonder what their record
Colorado coming out of the
against.
West.
I wonder what the
What
record against
their
Vegas
records
is
are?
this year.
Oh yeah.
Well, they won the outdoor game, correct?
Yes.
Okay, season series. Ho, ho, ho,
Colorado
ho.
How are you looking this up, by the way?
Yeah.
I just Googled shit, and I usually find just like top search results. Wait,
Good
what?
plan. Good plan.
Short answer.
Let me start doing that.
Internet.
Just
The
Google
interwebs.
shit. This is a terrible website.
That's what you get for Googling. Should have used Bing.
So anyway, my team coming out of the West is the Seattle Kraken.
Ooh, yeah. Strong choice
Oh,
there. Strong
It looks like I think they split their series.
Yep.
So
what is it? 4-4?
yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh my god, dude, that's gonna be a good friggin' series if it happens.
Okay, so and you had Colorado as your winner
Yep.
of.
They're
All right,
coming out of
Ben,
my
mess
West.
things up, Ben.
So Colorado, St. Louis, agree with you. All the reasons,
Yeah.
yes. But Vegas,
Yeah,
Minnesota, I have my vote. My
Give it a good cough. Get your throat clear.
okay. So Vegas, Minnesota, I have Minnesota coming out of that.
I know it. That's
Just because
no bad choice there.
I think Kirill Kaprizov or
Keeps
Kaprizov, I think is what it's supposed to be. I think he's gonna do some special stuff in this.
keeps her rolling.
I think so. Just because there's just been something about this Minnesota. It's been fun, like really fun to watch, and like they felt like they've had a chip on their shoulder this year, and have very clearly had. They have had such a quick turnaround. Like they were a really bad team last year, although they were hot bubble. But I think they're gonna get out of that series, and then lose to Colorado. And I think
yes.
Colorado is going to be the divisional winner.
All right, so we've got okay, so we got 2 Colorados and 1 Vegas. I'm the weird one. You guys, you just disrespect my wagon. Okay, Benny, we're gonna stay with you.
Okay.
And we're gonna go to. Let me pull my bracket up. Let's go. We're gonna save the Canadian. We're gonna save the Canadian one for last.
Okay.
So let's go down.
Oh boy.
Go to the East. Let's hear
Which
your
one's
Eastern
that? That's
picks.
Washington. Okay.
Yes.
With Washington, Boston, I have chosen Washington. Just because I think they're a better overall team than Boston is at this point. I think they've retained more than Boston. Like Boston's going to give them hell. I think that's going to be a really, really long series, probably Game 7. It's going to be tight, but I think Washington is going to come out on top because I think they definitely kind of last year probably still stings a little bit because they had a really bad showing last playoffs.
Washington did, yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that 2 times in a row, and I think they're going to take out Boston.
Okay.
Boston's goalie situation is so weird. I think Rask is back from
Oh no.
Swayman. I know it's been kind of up in the air, and Boston's kind of had a really weird up and season. I just think Washington's like that series.
But, okay.
So Washington in that one, and then in the other series, I got you boys coming out of it, Eric, because I think when it comes down to it, and just with how strong they've been in the playoffs, Coach Barry Trotz has been in the playoffs over the last few years. Starting with that 2018 Cup with Washington, and then just making something out of nothing with a roster that nobody really expected much out of the Island. I think that's going to come through. I know Pittsburgh has looked strong this year. They've somehow made Cody Ceci look a good defenseman.
Yeah.
Which, hey. But I do think the Islanders are going to pull through and take that series. And then in the rematch of last year's first round, New York Islanders against the Washington Capitals, I have the Islanders winning again.
Wow, really?
I do. I think they're going to shut down the Capitals again.
I think that's a new move.
I don't care.
Wow, the Islanders are coming out of the East in your bracket, Benny. Woo.
They are.
No shizzle. All right, what are you thinking, Eric? What are you thinking?
Oh God. See, I'm always torn with brackets because, I'm like, should I go like should I put down the thing I want to happen?
Yeah.
The thing I want
definitely
to
have a little bit of that going on.
I always go with what I think will happen.
Okay.
Yeah. I never do the want to happen because I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna be honest though, and this is just because. All right, this is the Islanders are a team when I watch them and they're losing 2-1 or 3-1, and it's like the first period or the second period. I'm always like, I feel more comfortable when the game's like this than if they're winning 3-1 going into the third. Oh yeah. That's just years of being an Islander fan. But I have Pittsburgh beating them. And I do think it's going to go 6 or 7, but Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh. They've just looked fantastic this year. And again, the way they played the Islanders all season, man, oh man, do they have their number. So
been pretty lights out.
Yeah. So I have Pittsburgh beating the Isles. Washington
I stand by
and Boston. Washington and Boston. So I have some information. Obviously, Game 1 is happening.
It is happening.
Yeah.
Game
so
1 is happening.
I do have some information that now would change what I was gonna say. So here's the thing. So because I have this new information, should I list who I was going with initially before I got this information before the game?
Well, when did you get the information?
Like right before this podcast.
What is this information?
Yeah, what is it?
So the Washington Capitals goaltender, what's his name? The kid, Vanacek.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He got injured, and you know who the starting goalie is for Washington?
Who is that?
Craig Anderson.
Oh yeah, old
Yep.
Craig.
Yep.
Greg Anderson,
Oh, you
though,
get shit on, Vinny.
has done some shit in the playoffs.
Yep. So that's the thing. So I had Washington initially. I'm gonna stick with them because
Okay.
why not?
Listen,
Why not?
it's 2-2 right now.
Yeah. Yep. Why not? So I'm
Yo,
gonna. But I just
Craig
want to let you
Anderson,
guys know.
their
Craig
goal.
Anderson.
They had that many injuries. Oh no.
Dang.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
Samsonov at? What the frig?
Is he hurt
I don't
too?
know. Yeah, that's what I don't know.
Huh. Maybe I should have done a little more research before I made this
No.
bracket.
That's
But
all right.
Okay,
I
wait.
stand by it.
Wait a second. How did Colorado get the President's Trophy?
What do you mean?
On what in the frig? I'm looking at the standings right now. It says they each have 82 points, Vegas and Colorado. But Vegas has 40 wins, Colorado has 39. Is that wrong? Am I wrong, or does that mean Vegas is the President's Trophy winner?
By every understanding of how the standings I have, like in my head, yeah.
What the frig?
What's happening?
Fake news is what's happening.
I mean, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
Colorado
39 and 13.
Avalanche
It adds up.
President's Trophy. What? Okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm trying to find something because that doesn't make sense to me.
If you on the app, if you go down and
What?
you go to tie-breaking procedure.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's I just.
Oh, is it a different
So,
tie-breaking procedure?
It's not. Yeah, it's
What the hell, man?
Colorado wins the tiebreaker by having more regulation wins.
Oh.
So it doesn't necessarily mean the
Yep.
total wins don't
Yep.
necessarily matter. It's wins in regulation.
Okay.
They had 35 to Vegas's 30.
Yep.
So
Wow.
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
we were talking about the East Division, right?
Yes. My apologies. I just saw that
Yeah.
and was like, that seems wrong.
Who did I have? Oh wait, so I said Pittsburgh and then Washington. So round
So
2
in
Pittsburgh,
the
Washington.
Pittsburgh,
round like
Washington.
8
Instant
of
classic.
Pittsburgh
Instant
versus
classic.
Washington.
A matchup of the legends.
Guys, we're talking Pens, we're talking Caps.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How long were you waiting for that one?
When did you have a child? When did I miss that?
So I just saw the pen and I was like, oh yeah, Pens and Caps. And then I just went for it. I think I saw somebody
like
make a
it.
joke
I like
about
it.
that a while ago, and it
Pretty
just
solid. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have Pittsburgh coming out of the East. I think
Okay.
Pittsburgh beats Washington,
Okay.
Okay.
and that's it. I don't like Pittsburgh. I'm just gonna say
Short and
that.
sweet. I like it.
Have you said your East yet, Mike?
I have not. And mine
What's your
is
East?
very interesting, gentlemen.
Oh yeah. What do you got?
I got Pittsburgh over the Isles. Sorry, Eric.
No,
The
you're good, dude.
Islanders are just going in
Just
so
wrong.
cold,
Yeah,
and Pittsburgh's
they
going in toasty.
You wait to see what Barry Trotz is about to bring down.
I will eagerly be awaiting. But yeah,
Watch
I
they
don't-
get fucking swept.
they're gonna get wrecked.
No, don't say that.
No. So yeah, I've got Pittsburgh, and then in the second series, I have the Bees.
You have the Bruins.
I got the
coming out of that
Bruins
one.
winning.
Okay.
We got.
I
We
got
got an all gold and white.
I got a good
and
feeling.
Black series.
I got a good feeling about Boston, at least in that first series. Especially
jerseys
now that
will
I've
look
heard
so
that
similar.
Anderson's the starter. No offense to Anderson,
Fucking. Oh, Craig's gonna fucking.
No offense
bring
to
him
old
a
Craig,
Conference finals.
but-
Fuck it. I don't know.
but I've got a better feeling about Boston there. That's all
Okay.
I'm basing.
Craig
it on.
Anderson. He's in the league still. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, he was there. He was Washington's backup
the
old
third?
goalie signing when Hank went down.
Oh. Wow, that's a downgrade. Oh,
Yes,
jeez.
Yes, indeed. Watch, he's gonna go win the cup for him now. Oh, God, that'd be so freaking
Probably.
Nick
With the way
would
these
be
things
Nick
work.
would be the happiest guy ever.
funny.
He'd probably be happy to see Craig doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got Pittsburgh, Boston are playing each other in that second round, and I've got Pittsburgh. I think Boston can beat Washington. I don't think they can beat Pittsburgh.
Interesting. Our final four are going to be so different.
It is going to be quite different. But yeah, so I've got Pittsburgh. You guys, so you have the Isles. You have
I have the
Pittsburgh,
Isles.
I have Pittsburgh.
and then I have Pittsburgh. So you have 2 Pittsburghs and 1 Islanders. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I like my picks, gentlemen. I like them.
You like them, eh?
Yes. Eric, we haven't heard from you first yet, so we're gonna go to you first for the
For
Central.
the Central?
For the Central.
For the
Okay.
Central.
Okay. Oh god, that Florida Tampa series, dude.
That's a
toss-up.
shit. That's a
What a
crapshoot.
toss up. It is a crapshoot. I am gonna go honestly. Just because I didn't realize that Hedman and everyone was out the last stretch of games, I'm gonna go Tampa. I'm gonna go Tampa.
Yeah.
And for you, Mike, I
Bolts,
will
bolts,
knock on
bolts.
I will knock on wood when I say this, so you can't say anything to me. But I really, Vasilevsky needs to stay healthy because Curtis McElhinney cannot carry Tampa Bay through the playoffs. So
No.
I will knock on
That
wood.
is true.
But yeah, I do think Tampa is just what a team. Braden Point, I remember just watching him against Florida, even when Tampa would lose, and he would like skate by people and just
Not shoot it.
yeah, well, not shoot it, but also he would just like cause havoc, and he's just one guy. It's like just Braden
He's a
Point.
beast.
Imagine surrounding him with all the talent that Tampa has. So I'm gonna have Tampa beating Florida, and then I have Carolina beating Nashville. That's it. UC Saros is really good. The Predators are like pretty hot team right now, and UC Saros has kind of had Carolina's number. But I think in the playoffs, like Carolina wants to get it done. They've been year after year. They've been showing a lot of potential.
They've been there, but not
They've been
quite.
there, yep, but not quite. And
Yeah.
I think they're hungry. So Carolina and Tampa. That's my.
That's a friggin' that's a series
and,
there.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Mike. I'm sorry. I have Carolina coming out. I think
I
it would go
understand.
7, but
I
yeah,
understand.
I have Carolina coming out. And yeah, that's it. That's my one crazy take.
My Central is kind of all crazy, I think.
So here's
Oh,
so I'll go next. So your crazy take is the same as mine.
Really?
I have the same exact
Okay.
thing. I think Tampa's going to take it over Florida. I think Carolina wins their first series. And then I think Carolina just keeps it rolling and
Okay.
gets past Tampa. For basically the same reasons.
Yeah. All right.
That's pretty
So I
much
had
it.
the opposite of both of you.
You have Nashville over Carolina?
I do.
Oh my
Let's
gosh,
go.
dude.
Let's go.
Nashville is a flawed team, but they have a lot of guys who've been around a while who know how to do it. They are
Know how to
7-2
do it.
and they're 7-2-1 in their last 10. There's
Ooh,
few
okay.
teams hotter than the Nashville Predators right now.
True that.
UC Saros has been looking pretty fucking good.
Mhm.
That's the technical term, I think. Pretty fucking. And the Carolina Hurricanes, I just looked, are 5-2-3 in their last 10, and one of those losses, I believe, just came to Nashville, and I think it was a blowout from some.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I think Nashville is just a hotter team coming in, and I think they're gonna manage to take that series. For some reason, I don't know. I do brackets
For
like
some
this.
reason.
And then in the Florida Tampa series, I have Florida. I think they're finally gonna do the thing.
They're gonna do a thing.
I think Tampa,
Lose.
they're a very good team still, and obviously just won Stanley Cup. But I think Florida's gonna do it because I think Cooch and Stammer are gonna take a little bit to kind of get back into it.
Very well could.
And if Vasilevsky at any point has Curtis McElhinney is your savior,
Yes.
Dude,
Will
playoff
come in, and the Lightning will
McElhinney,
finally figure out how to play defense in front of him.
Yeah, playoff
But-
McElhinney might be a wagon.
I have
could be.
so I have Florida coming out of that one, and then in the Florida Nashville matchup, totally gonna happen, boys.
Dude, if it happens, I'm gonna be so pissed.
It's gonna-
I have Florida coming out of that. I have Florida
Okay, well, at
coming
least
out of
that
my
one makes
Central.
sense. Thank God.
Yeah, I have Florida coming out of my Central.
Okay.
That'd be cool to see. I wouldn't be. I mean, I'd be angry, but not like ridiculously to see Florida come out. I think
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
You just got a cup. You don't get to be angry for like at least 2 years.
No, frig you. Be angry whenever I want.
I know. I'm
Uh,
just.
All right, Benny. We'll start with. Or
Yep.
do you want to go last? Would you like to go last?
No. Actually, can we pause for a sec? I've had to piss for like the last 15
All right.
minutes.
Yeah. Let's pause.
Yeah.
Let's pause.
All right. All right. So are we redoing the Canadian division here?
Do you want to start it, or do you want to go last?
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, I'll get her going.
All right. Get her going, then, bye.
So, this is gonna sound a little weird with how down I was with this team about but I have Montreal coming out of the first round against Toronto. And the thing I think I might have tweeted the other day, my super dumb what the hell, I'm gonna just fucking Cole Caulfield is going to win the series in Game 6 overtime.
Because he's an OT specialist.
It's happening. That's Game 6 overtime. Cole Caulfield. Let's go. And
That implies that they won 3 of the previous 5.
You're right. It does, because it's gonna happen.
It's an interesting implication.
It's gonna happen. And then in the Edmonton Winnipeg series, I have Edmonton coming out of that. Because Winnipeg has, I think, they're like 2-8 in their last 10 or something like that.
They are. Let me look.
It's not good.
They
quite
are
bad.
3-7. But
Okay,
they have 2 wins in a row to end the season.
they do. But I think they're also in the kind of the same situation as the Habs, is that they're not playing for like a week. So with the Canadian division teams, it's gonna be weird how like right end of season momentum effect, because the only teams that are gonna be playing by the end of 2 of them that aren't even in the playoffs, it's Calgary, Vancouver are going to be the only 2 that are just going to be playing games for like the last 4. But I have Edmonton coming out of that first, because I think McDavid and all that jazz, he's going to get him out of a round. But then they're going to fall to the Habs in the second round, because they've actually done a pretty decent job of shutting him down.
They have played Edmonton well.
They had a pretty good year against Edmonton. And if anything goes wrong with Mike Smith, I don't know if you saw Mikko Koskinen today.
Nothing goes wrong with Mike Smith.
But if how sustainable is what Mike Smith is doing when he's 41? I don't know.
Well, he's only got to do it for like 2 months.
That's true. If you can keep doing it, hey, it might work. But if he goes down, and if they at any point have to rely on Koskinen, like if you go back and watch that, I was actually random Vancouver today, and admittedly, it's the last game of the season. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's trying anything. But his glove side, Vancouver was just walking in and putting any shot on there. His glove side, and it was going. They scored twice in 16 seconds.
Jeez.
Both same spot.
Wow.
Glove side, just put it there, and Mikko couldn't do a damn thing. But I have Montreal coming out of my Canadian, because I have to root for that. That's just in that's in me. As much as I don't believe in them, hey, we're doing this for fun. I think they're gonna do it.
For those who are wondering, Boston-Washington game 1 is going into OT.
Hell yeah! First game, first OT. Let's go.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Overtime playoff hockey.
Let's have a quintuple OT game again. I want to see
For
it.
the first game. My God,
Wasn't that fun when the Lightning had to do that, Mike?
No, it wasn't, dude. Because I still think I was thinking. I was like, dude, if they lose this game, they're not coming out of this series. They're not winning the series if they lose this game. I was like, there's
Really,
no way. I didn't think they would if, like, You play because it's the same team that swept you
Because
last year.
yeah, if you had swept them and then okay, we've been pushing them the whole 5-0, then you.
That's where my head was at. But yeah, so Eric, would you like to go?
What about your
I wanna-
Canadian division,
I want to
Eric?
make a comment on your bracket, Ben. I just want to comment real quick. If it does come down to the Canadiens and the Oilers, I do agree with your Canadiens beating the Oilers because if that insinuates that the Canadiens beat the Maple Leafs, and they're going to be going if they do that.
That's true.
And I think they
Yeah.
can shut down McDavid. So I'll give you that. It's a bold take. But I think
My bracket is only bold takes, sir.
no.
It's true.
Okay.
Well, actually, my cup winner isn't that weird, but
Well, I
All
guess
right.
we know who it is then.
Edmonton, Winnipeg. Yeah, Edmonton. We've listed the reasons. I don't know. Winnipeg just at the moment.
Yeah.
And then Toronto, Montreal. I do have Toronto. I'm sorry, Benny.
it's fine. I'm just gonna be the only one right in the end. It's all good.
Yeah, so Toronto, Edmonton. That'd be a fantastic series. Matthews McDavid series. That'd be cool.
Wouldn't you
would be
much rather see him going up against Filden?
And Cole Caulfield. That'd be, dude. Yeah, I'd love that. I would absolutely love that.
I'm just being.
I'm gonna be watching that. No, that series. That Habs, the Habs Maple Leaf series. I'm gonna be watching a lot of that, or at least trying to watch a lot of that. Ben's like,
I'm trying to hype myself up for it, man.
Let's
I really am.
go.
yeah. So the Maple Leafs and the Oilers. I think the Maple Leafs will come out of that.
Okay.
You have the Leafs coming out of the Canadian.
Yeah, I have the Leafs. I'm just gonna go for it. Every year the Leaf, like it was like that year Washington, right? Everyone's like Pittsburgh's gonna beat them again, and then they finally came through. You know what, Toronto? Just do that thing. You have all these veteran guys who maybe know how to do that or will help you do that. Do it.
Do
yeah.
it. Do it then.
Also, one thing I want to say. So in a Toronto Edmonton series, that'd be a Jack Campbell, as we know so far, versus Mike Smith series, based on how things are going. That's so random.
Yeah.
Depends on
This
how goalies
season
play,
has created some interesting goalie matchups just
Yeah.
with all the
Yeah.
injuries. It's been
But
something.
But yeah,
Craig.
I love Mike Smith and props to him. I think Toronto, especially they have the firepower where they could cause some real problems for Edmonton, and I do think they have two-way players that can definitely handle McDavid.
They do now,
yeah.
I would
But
say
it is
so.
McDavid.
I would agree.
So yeah, Toronto's coming out of my Canadian, my North.
All right. So here we go for me. I have Toronto, Montreal. I've got Toronto.
Okay.
They're so good.
Telling you, man.
They're so good, and the
Caulfield,
Canadians just
Game
aren't.
6.
All
Book
right,
it.
Well, if it happens.
It happens. I mean,
I'll get you that Guinness, Ben. I'll get you a pack of those porters.
Yeah.
there we
Stouts.
go.
Soy sauce beers.
Let's go.
And then Edmonton, Winnipeg. I've got Edmonton. Winnipeg's just not looked good, and Edmonton's looked really good. So, and it's McDavid. I don't see Winnipeg getting the best of McDavid and Draisaitl in 4 out of 7 games. I just don't see it. So yeah, I've got Toronto, Edmonton, the Toronto Edmonton showdown. McDavid versus Matthews, the two probably most exciting players to watch in the game right now. Definitely McDavid, and then Matthews is up there. Here's the thing, gentlemen. I think Toronto makes it out of the first round. They finally made it out of the first round.
Who immediately get
And then I think McDavid
slapped down.
I think McDavid goes Super Saiyan and just wrecks
I mean,
them.
he's been doing it this year.
I think they make it to the second round, and I think that's as far as they make it. I think Edmonton takes that one.
And do you view that as a success if you're Toronto?
It's better
Like
than
at
they've
this,
done.
at this point, though,
It's better than they've done, but like I don't think they do. I think they're like,
how can you?
how did they not go farther?
Yeah.
I don't know how you view
Ah.
that as success with the team that they have. I don't know.
So this is the only division where we all have a different answer.
We got
I
one
think I had
Toronto,
different answers
one
on.
Edmonton, and one Canadiens. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
it's a yes or
Yeah, actually.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay. Let me real quick, because unfortunately didn't mention at the beginning, but as you can see, we are Nicholas today. He's had a busy week and a busy weekend, so he was unable to make it. But he did text all of us his picks, so I'm gonna go through them right now.
Were they correct though with the
I don't know if they were based probably on an incorrect bracket,
Oh, bracket. Yeah.
but I don't think they
But-
would have changed.
Okay,
If
yeah.
I'm being honest.
Probably not. No. So yeah, just go with them, yeah.
Yeah. So his first round winners, he had Vegas beating Minnesota, and he had Colorado beating St. Louis, same as me. Or I guess either way. But
Anyway.
so he had Colorado and Vegas, and then he had in the West, he had Colorado beating Vegas. So Colorado is his team coming out of the West. When you go down to the East, he had the Islanders. He also had the Islanders taking the first round.
Islanders, baby.
And then he had Boston taking the first round as well. So he had a foot in each of our camps, Benny. So he had the Isles versus the Bruins, and he picked the Bruins coming out of that. So
Interesting.
he has the Bruins as his East team
Okay,
coming out.
alright.
So that is different than all of us.
Yeah.
Moving over to the Central, he has Tampa and Carolina coming out of that first round. So he has the same as me and Eric.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he has Carolina coming out. So he has the same Central as
Same
me and
as-
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks Carolina's going to the Final Four as well. And then finally, he's got Edmonton and Toronto, same as me, and he's got Toronto coming out.
So same as me.
Same exact thing as Eric. So yeah, there's his first couple rounds, his divisional winners.
Now we have to each go through our
Yes.
matchups that will all be different
They'll all
because
be
of
different
the way we picked.
Because of the way we picked. And if those of you who don't know, once it gets to that Final Four, they do a reseeding based on regular season points. So it's confusing.
Yes. But we will go through who our matchups
Yes.
would be in that case.
Benny,
Yes.
go for it, my good man.
So, with the fucking wild one I decided to make, it would be an Islanders Florida matchup in the. Well, it's not even a conference final.
It's
It's,
like
a third round matchup of
Yes.
the
Third round
Islanders
matchup one.
of the Islanders and Panthers. I have Florida coming out of that. Just because I think they've been a crazy strong. They have the to take down the Islanders. I do. And also because I want a rematch of a cup final from days past, because my other third round matchup would be Colorado Montreal, and I do think Montreal would fall to Colorado.
Finally they fall.
I do think they would fall to Colorado, and we would have a rematch of the 97. No,
I don't remember, bruh.
I think it was whatever the first year the Avalanche won. I think the Cup Finals, because it was a Colorado Florida matchup, and that was the last
98
time.
maybe?
96. It was 96.
Oh, sick.
I'm gonna look that up, but it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a rematch of the 96 Cup Finals, Colorado, Florida, and I think it's gonna end the same way.
All right. It was Colorado won and Florida. Yep. It was
And-
96.
96.
Yep.
Hey, yeah.
Very nice. So, all right, that's interesting, Benny. That's interesting. So you think Florida is going to the Cup final?
I do.
All right. I would not
I
mind
have a
seeing
very
that.
strange bet. I have a very weird bracket.
I would not mind seeing that. Florida's been poopy for a long time, so. Eric, let's go to you, bud.
All right.
How's
all
your
right, so
Final Four looking?
I had Pittsburgh coming out of the East, right? And then I had Carolina coming out of the Central. So Pittsburgh, Carolina. I'm going to go Carolina. I'm going to say they beat
Carolina.
the Pens. And then I have Colorado going up against Toronto. Wow, what a series that would be. That'd be fun.
That would be fun, I think.
And I have the Avs coming out of that. So that's
We're gonna have some weird playoff matchups for those Final Four rounds.
It's gonna be weird, yeah. And it's gonna be the first time that any team sees each other.
That's
gonna be
the even weirdest part. Yeah, first time anybody's playing anybody else all year.
So weird.
That's insane.
It's gonna be odd. Video scouts better be good.
Yeah, right. Watch out for this guy. It looks like on the video that he likes to shoot it to this side.
Yeah.
So so it's a Colorado Carolina Cup final for me, and I have.
Who do you have coming out on top?
I think we know.
Nathan McKinnon and the Colorado Avalanche.
Hey, we took a very different way to get there, Eric.
Yes,
but
we got there. We got there.
You bunch of friggin' whatever. Everybody and their mom is picking Colorado.
I know. It's a good choice.
It is, yeah. It really
Dude,
is.
And okay, listen, that and I want them to. I just it would
be cool
if that, like, Colorado. How do you
honestly?
Hate Colorado?
I've always kind of liked Colorado as a
too.
Western team. I've kind of always liked them because
I
have like when I was younger, I did kind of choose a couple Western teams to be like, yeah, that'd be cool. Watch more hockey, and Colorado was one of them. I was one because I have family in Colorado, so it'd be nice. And I also just think they're really good.
Yeah. When I was younger, I picked Vancouver as my West team.
Vancouver.
That was my West team. But that was also when...
They were really good for a second there.
The Sedins, friggin'... I forget who else was on that team, but...
Sedins.
Alex
Burrows was like
Alex
kind of
Burrows,
actually good for a second and was an annoying motherfucker.
He was a little bastard. I remember that.
Kevin B.
Ryan Kessler had his best years.
That was the other one.
Ryan Kessler had his best years there. Kevin Bieksa was something for a second there. They had some guys. They were a good team.
That was my West team. All right, so my Final Four, I've got in the 2-3 matchup, Carolina and Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
so we are similar on that.
I'm picking the Canes, boys.
You're having the Canes.
I think the Canes are freaking nuts.
Yeah,
they are pretty good.
So I'm picking the Canes. So it's going to be their first Cup final in a while, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
Since 06.
Is it since 06? Frickin'
Yep.
A.
Yeah, they haven't. They made a I think they made a couple conference finals.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, so since their victory. And then in my 1 and 4 spot, I've got Vegas and Edmonton. And I think Vegas's two goaltenders will be up to facing McDavid and Draisaitl.
Vegas Edmonton series, weird.
It is weird.
That's cool.
But yeah, I think they will be up. I think they will be up to the challenge, and I think they will emerge victorious.
Okay, and then you're gonna have a Vegas Kane
Carolina
matchup.
Another weird.
What do you have happening out of that?
I got the boys. Got the boys.
Of the
from
boys.
Vegas.
The boys from Vegas.
I got the boys from Vegas.
Yes,
I have they were so close in their inaugural season. I think they come back and I think they do it here.
They finally
do it here
it.
and now.
3 years later.
Here
Jesus,
and now.
they've been so fucking
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I think they're gonna do it.
that's
They're finally
annoying.
gonna do it. Mark Stone, Fleury,
Yeah.
Robin Leonard, Marcia So.
They're a good team. Like,
All the people they got, it's all going to be worth it when they hoist that silver cup, when they hoist Stanley's Cup. Well, yeah, so that's what I have. And then let me now go over Nick's.
Yes, what are Nick's picks?
All right, so he had, of course, shizzle. Okay, so he had Toronto, Carolina, Colorado, Boston. I gotta look.
So I think that would be Colorado versus Boston and Toronto, Carolina.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
I check that.
I think. Okay, so what is it? Toronto.
I think Colorado, Boston, Toronto, Carolina.
Okay, Carolina's 80.
Get league standings.
So that's 82, 80. Yeah,
Just
you're right.
literally get-
Colorado, Boston. Yeah, Colorado, Boston, Toronto, Carolina. And he has,
Yes, yeah.
and these matchups work out for that, luckily. He has Colorado and Carolina coming out. So he's got a Colorado-Carolina final.
Wasn't that somebody else's?
Me.
No.
Was that you, Eric?
Yeah, didn't you have
it
that?
was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me.
It wasn't me. And he's got Colorado winning. So you bunch of
So
three
three of
chodes
us have Colorado.
have Colorado winning.
I think-
and you could all be very right, and I would not be surprised.
Yeah, also like Vegas, when you look at how equally matched they are with Colorado, they're just the more west version geographically of Colorado.
I said this to Danielle today. I said I think the Stanley Cup winner is whoever's coming out of that West conference.
Fair.
Probably.
I said
I
whoever
mean-
comes out of the West is winning it.
We get some weird shit every year, though.
True.
There's always something.
That's very
There's
true.
always a team. I'm just banking that this year it's the Habs because that's the only hope I
Maybe should've-
have.
She could have banked on Minnesota. Could have been a safer bank.
I think that's I think that is a safer choice of a team that could maybe just Minnesota.
or
But
Florida.
like, there's always something weird, and like
Yeah,
with the way
that's true.
this year has gone, who the fuck knows? Like, and that's the thing I'm most excited about is like it's always insane,
one
especially
knows.
this first round. Especially this first round is all like NHL playoffs are just so much fun. I don't
They
know.
are.
I like them.
I'm very excited. I gotta set up. I have to set up that wireless thing. I have one of those wireless things that you have, Ben. The thing you stick up on the wall and you get like
Oh,
cable
right,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I gotta set that up so I can at least get like the NBC games.
Yeah, I have NBC out. I have NBC on my living room TV, and then I connected to basic cable in my bedroom.
Oh,
I didn't do that in the living room, but I did it in my bedroom, and that has CBC.
Ooh, they're all gonna be there. Damn.
Yeah. So
See,
I'm
I'm not close enough to the frickin' border.
Yeah.
That's upsetting. Well, so yeah,
I'm gonna get
there's-
all the Habs Leafs games because they're all gonna be on CBC.
They'll all be on there, yeah. So there you go, everybody. There's our brackets, and if you follow if you're a part of the Fifth Liners group on Facebook, I did post something on there as the Fifth Line Podcast. It is our bracket. If you fill that bracket out,
Is that one correct?
that one is the correct one.
Okay.
I made sure. If you fill that bracket out and then leave a comment underneath the post with that bracket, just leave it as a picture. You will be getting a prize, $30 to Fanatics.
Wait, how will they be getting it? What's the?
You will be getting it by winning.
If you're the best bracket, you'll get.
Yes. If you have the
Okay.
best,
I
bracket,
just feel like we need to
yeah, I probably should specify. If you have the best bracket, there's going to be like a point system with, like first rounds, second rounds, and so on. If you have the best bracket, you shall win $30 to Fanatics. So get over there, submit your brackets. Yeah, that's it. All right, should we talk a little bit about golf? Just a couple minutes.
Golf, eh?
Yeah, we always talk about golf now. It's become a staple.
Well, Eric, what have you to say? No.
So I have a question actually.
What's your
yeah,
question?
hit us.
I completely forgot the question.
Oh, okay.
Wait, yeah. So what was Mike? What is that club that you have that has like the crazy angle on it?
Oh, I've got a
12 wedge?
I have a 62-degree wedge.
That's what it is. That's it. So here's my question: are there any more wedges that are more extreme than that? And if so, what the hell do you use that for?
Phil Mickelson carries, or at least he used to carry, a 65-degree wedge
What for?
to do
Yeah.
super flop shots, I think, because he likes to do those.
A flop shot,
Interesting.
meaning like just like a.
Like a really,
It's
like a
literally
really
like
high.
you
It
come
like goes
at a
straight up.
crazy angle, and it like just
Ah.
usually has some amount of spin, and then
Yeah.
comes down.
Yeah,
so
so
it's
you
like
use
if
it
you
for-
want to go a short distance and get quick.
Yeah, close to the green usually.
Oh, I get it now. I was
Yeah.
wondering where I was like, why would people use that?
There's uses for it. I could never get it to work for me.
No, me neither.
I'm all right with my 60, but Benny
What do we
played.
want to talk about golf?
I know Benny played today,
I did.
and he.
I was actually pretty
did
happy
okay.
with how it went. I shot 52 on the. It was a 4. And I shot 52 on the front 9, which is pretty good for me, and for it being my 3rd time playing this year. I'll take it. I'll take it all day. It was mostly bogeys. I think I had 8. That kind of fucked it up, but
Yeah.
52 I'll take, and then I finished it off with 2 doubles, a bogey, and a par on that back 4. So
Yeah, you'll take it.
I was pretty happy with that. It was a good day, and I'm not positive, but I may go out just by myself tomorrow and walk something. I think I'm gonna go to Bluff because I've
Nice.
gone to the barracks twice. I
Yep.
went there today, so got to keep the variety up a little bit.
Got to keep the variety, yeah. Then we'll be going to Malone in July. Booyah!
I'm gonna be ready, and I played those courses, so that's not an issue. But I don't know. I haven't chosen what course we're gonna do. East or West. They're both
Right.
pretty good, but
Right.
I gotta figure out. I gotta get better first and figure out what I'm doing well, and then choose based
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
I see how it is. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna come out there and beat your ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
Probably you guys are playing way fucking more than I am. You're getting out like 2 or 3 times a week, right?
No, that was Nick. I go
Oh,
about.
that was
I go
Nick.
like once. I go like on the weekend, like one day a weekend
Okay.
usually.
That's what I'm starting to do, and
Yeah.
then but I've just been doing it the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I have played it a lot more for sure. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might just keep going to the range, but yeah, I played Friday, went okay.
How'd that go?
Finally seemed to figure out my woods, my driver, and my 3-wood. My 3-wood I was getting like probably 225-ish off the tee, pretty
Wow.
straight. So I'll take it. And
I
I
have
figured
fully abandoned all wood clubs, but
you're gonna have the heaviest golf bag that's ever been carried.
yeah, it's
Just
all
all
irons.
irons.
It's literally all irons, and I've taken out enough clubs that I could literally, and it would be entirely irons.
Nice.
That's-
Well, that's all I had. It was fun. I had fun.
There you go.
All right. What the hell were we talking about? Do you guys remember the snack time? What we were talking about for snack time?
I don't.
God, I don't either.
It was a. Just give me 1 second until I can look it up. Und I can look it up.
Oh, do you guys want to know the outcome of the game? By the way?
Oh, did it end?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happened?
Yeah. Tell us.
The Washington Capitals won 3-2.
No.
Let's go. Who
An
scored?
overtime goal scored by none other than Nick Dowd.
Son
Nick
of a.
Dowd.
Yeah.
All
You gotta
right,
be
sure.
kidding me, bruh. All right. Well, my
Oh,
bracket's already
and-
looking bad then.
The assists on that Nick
Let's go,
Dowd goal,
baby.
TJ Oshie and Tom Wilson. So Tom Wilson had a 2-point playoff game, of course.
He's not a bad player.
He's not.
He's not.
Sad hockey noises.
I think I'm
Now-
gonna order some pizza.
All right. Well, let's talk about pizza then, because I can't seem to find this comment. I don't think it actually exists.
That was the best segue ever. You can order some pizza.
God damn it! I'm upset. My bracket's already ruined.
It's not It's one game.
It's ruined.
It's one game, sir.
All right, so you're gonna order pizza. Are you gonna order pizza from Domino's?
Probably.
For frick's sake.
Yeah, probably.
I don't care what you say about Domino's. I like it. Tastes good.
Domino's is trash, dude.
It's not. What's so bad about
You know what?
Domino's?
I'll go to Domino's and I'll get their boneless chicken because their boneless chicken's freaking sweet.
I like their pizza personally. Also, the thing I always get with the pizza because I have to get to the minimum delivery is they have Parmesan like bread bites that they serve with marinara sauce.
Well, that sounds
Now,
good.
Those are really fucking good. But their pizza's good too. I don't give a fuck. I like their pizza. I know most people don't, but I do.
Wait, so are we talking about pizza like fast food, like pizza?
Yeah, let's do
Domino's,
chains.
Little
Chain pizza?
Caesars?
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay,
this is how
'cause-
we started it.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Does this
yeah.
feel
we?
familiar to anyone? I feel like this is how we started it.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, hold on one sec though. Hold on one sec.
Let's
How
see
about
if
that?
anybody's opinions have changed.
Well, what about pizza toppings? What if you get any toppings on your pizza? What is it gonna?
Oh yeah. What do you feel? How do you feel,
Yeah.
Eric, about pizza toppings? Are you a weirdo?
So I normally I am a weirdo with pizza toppings. I will tell you that straight up.
well,
I
well,
normally
what
like,
do you get? What do you like?
So all right, plain pizza is just like the go-to. But
Like cheese?
if I'm feeling yeah, just cheese. But if I'm feeling like if I'm gonna get toppings, I went through some phases. The first phase was it was mushrooms and
Oh dear.
and peppers on my pizza. So it's like, yeah, what is
Like a
that?
Philly
It's like
cheesesteak pizza?
It's like a veggie lovers Philly cheesesteak pizza
Should have
kind
got
of
some
thing.
steak
going
on there. That'd be good.
That'd be delicious. But yeah, so that's the go-to. And then the other one, when I go to Domino's, I really like roasted red peppers and bacon. That's my go-to.
interesting.
Those are odd.
Yep.
Those are different.
Yeah, but it's super tasty. You
Very
guys,
nice.
you should try it.
Maybe I might try it from not Domino's.
That's
I think I might order it now since it's gonna come in like a while.
Get a red pepper bacon pizza.
Yeah, go for it. Man. Just half.
Honestly,
One slice.
I usually just go with pepperoni, but if I'm not doing that, I just go with the simple supreme pizza because I do like a pepperoni and peppers and onions type pizza.
Yep,
Like I do
yeah.
like
Okay.
I do like a fully loaded one like that. So every once in a while that piques my fancy.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's all I got to say.
I like all kinds of pizza. I mean,
that's the real answer.
yeah, really. There's no real wrong
Any
answer
pizza
here.
is good.
There's
pizza.
no wrong answer here,
Unless you're talking
except-
about monopole pizza in Plattsburgh.
Oh God,
That's terrible.
but it's better than Domino's.
It's not. It's not though.
See, there's no real wrong answer here except Hawaiian pizza. How do
Yeah,
you guys
that's
feel
true.
about that, Eric? I feel like you like it.
I'm the only one here that likes it for sure.
I'm strongly
I'm gonna get outnumbered.
anti Hawaiian pizza.
I'm against pineapple on pizza. Well,
Okay.
actually, you know what? You know what? Let me step back. I'm neutral. I'm neutral about it because I have tried it. So all you people who are, you gotta try it first, I have. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Like if you like it, all right, awesome. You do you. I think it's fucking disgusting.
I didn't like it,
All
but
right, so well,
that's okay.
here's the thing. Wait, Ben, when did you have it? Pineapple on.
I mean, I've had it a few times.
And
but
yeah,
like,
so like what? No, but like what don't you like about it? Just like the flavor combination or like the texture? Is it just weird having like?
I don't like the flavor of pineapple being on
Oh, okay,
pizza.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my
fair.
issue with
Yeah.
it. It
It's
doesn't
a
belong.
weird, like, mix.
Oh,
It's a weird
God.
mix.
He's thinking
'Cause
about
I-
it too much.
I
Stop
was-
thinking about it.
'Cause I don't want to be like I am very much that guy. Like I don't knock it till you try it, but at the same time, like because I like it, that's why I asked that. I'm like, oh, like what?
Yeah.
I really like pineapple and I really like pizza and like textures of foods really don't bother
Hmm.
me. So like I'm just like, oh, two things I like. I'm just gonna eat it at the same time.
That's
And then
that's the Joey Tribbiani thing, and it doesn't work for me. Because I love pineapple as well, but just when I'm eating a pizza, that's not like when I bite into a triangle of things. That's not what I want it to taste like.
that's not what you.
I don't want like that sweetness. I don't really like sweet
fair.
stuff on my pizza. I like spicy.
I will say I think there's California Pizza Kitchen has this pizza and it's California style and it's like red onions, barbecue chicken. It's like a barbecue pizza. And it sounds really good. I can't remember if their barbecue pizza has pineapple on it for some reason or
It
doesn't.
very well could.
Yeah. But
Pineapple.
I was like, ooh.
Pineapple juice is a really popular ingredient for barbecue sauces for some reason. I don't know why, but it is.
Oh, for sweetness and
I
and
think it must add a little bit of sweet, yeah. But yeah. So anyway, my toppings.
Oh, yeah.
I like to go pepperoni a lot. I like to add jalapenos if I'm doing like a meat lovers. I like to put a little jalapeno on there.
Nice.
But I also really enjoy a buffalo chicken with a little, like, not a lot because I'm not a huge ranch guy. But if you put a little ranch on the pizza as the sauce and then buffalo sauce as well, that's good. I like that a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Solid pizza, dude. But buffalo chicken pizza, I haven't had that in a bit.
That's one of my go-tos, dude. When I go to Stewart's, I get 2 wieners and a buffalo chicken slice. That's my lunch. Grape soda.
All right.
Yep. It's terrible for me, but that's
I
okay. 2 hot dogs with meat sauce as well.
It's a tradition.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Say what you say about Domino's, but their app is fucking great.
Their app is good. But as much
Like,
as much crap as I talk about it, I do have the app from the twice that I've ordered it.
Their app is fantastic.
Their app is very nice. It tells you, it's like, we're warming it up in the oven. You better get here soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless either of you two fine gentlemen has anything else to say.
I think I'm all set. I think I'm all bracketed out.
Yeah.
All right. Me too.
I said what I said. I stand
Yes.
by it.
Yep. So far of the one game that's happened, your guys' brackets look better than mine.
I
In the
like
one
it.
game.
I like it.
Wait, you just wait.
Surely it won't change from here.
Oh no.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Remember, head over to Facebook and do your bracket. Submit it
do
for
your
a chance at the $30 gift card for
You might win
Fanatics.
some money.
you could win something. Wouldn't it be fun?
Don't you want a free $30, guys?
Yes.
Come on.
That's a good chunk towards some stuff.
Indeed. Maybe even a hat
Could get a hat.
or a T-shirt.
Yes.
The options are truly endless. But I think we need to cut this off.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.